It's update time. All right, so it's been about a week since my mushroom experience, and I figured this is a good time to create an update because, well, I'll tell you why afterwards. But so it's been about a week, and incredibly, I still feel really awesome. One of my biggest fears going into the mushroom ceremony last week was that, oh, it's going to be one of those like experiences where I have a good trip and then just forget about everything, or everything goes back to normal the next couple of days. But that hasn't been the case. So some of the things that I have, I guess, realized or noticed is that when I wake up in the morning, and this is okay, to explain, before, when I woke up in the morning, I always had this like little slight sense of anxiety or some fear about who knows what. Like there before, there was never any like real trigger. There was no reason needed to feel anxiety or fear. I just woke up that way, and I think that's part of this thing that I'd been dubbing my so-called midlife crisis. But now, when I wake up, this whole week, when I've woken up, it has been pretty solid. I wake up around 6:30 in the morning, ready to take on the day, and there's like a it's very subtle. It's not like it's like everything is puppy dogs and ice cream and rainbows every day. It's just very subtle. I wake up and I feel more ready to take on the day. That's what it is. It's just like I feel more prepared and more ready and more capable instead of feeling helpless. Another thing that I've noticed is that I don't I'm not easily triggered anymore. So the things that used to kind of annoy me or get me to start getting negative don't really affect me anymore. And if those thoughts come in, let's say someone says something that normally would trigger me, or I think about, certain aspects of my situation, my life, and I get upset or annoyed, it doesn't last that long. I think the thought, and then I feel the emotion coming, the anger or the frustration or the worry, and then all of a sudden it just goes away. It just subsides, and then I'm able to move forward. Like I'm able to breathe deeper. That's another thing. It's like, I guess before the mushroom experience, I'd been doing a lot of shallow breathing, which we all know shallow breathing causes anxiety and leads to depression. It's just like not giving myself the enough oxygen to breathe deep and just be more present. And I know that sounds very woo woo, being more present and airy fairy, but that's what I've been experiencing. I've been able to be more present and just come back to who I was. I feel more connected to spirit. That's one of the things that I've noticed, that before taking mushrooms, I had lost my connection to who I am, and my spirit, and just like my core, my just deep down core identity of someone who is very connected to spirit, someone who's definitely like in the flow and trust the process. I lost all of that. But now I feel like it's back. And since then, since last week, just yesterday, I led my very first breathwork session for a group of amazing friends, amazing people. After 4 years, 4 years of not doing any breathwork for myself, not facilitating breathwork for others. I used to be a breathwork facilitator, one of the things that I did before COVID. And I've reconnected with that all in a span of a week. And I feel like the mushrooms, the mushroom experience, the way I did it in a ceremonial, therapeutic way, not like taking mushrooms and going off and partying and watching movies or doing, you know, entertaining things recreationally. Not at all. I have such a profound respect for these mushrooms, for this medicine. And I know that this medicine has been used for thousands of years by many, many people. And I'd forgotten that. And so when I did it last week, ceremonially, with full respect, with full intent to have a therapeutic experience, I got what I was looking for. And so for the past week, all these ideas have been coming in. My creativity has been just off the charts. And not only that, it's just like before the mushrooms, I would have these ideas, but then I would immediately shut it down for whatever reason. My pessimistic side would find reasons why my idea wouldn't work or why my idea isn't good enough. But now, ideas come and I'm open to receiving it, and I know right away whether it's aligned to who I am, whether or not to move forward with it. That's exactly what I've been looking for. That's exactly what I've been needing. And now it's here. So I have all these ideas and they're coming at me. They're coming at me. And a lot of them, you know, create the ideas themselves are so big that they create a little like, can I do it? Can I do this? Is it time? Is this something that I really is really aligned? And quickly I feel really confident in my decisions, that knowing the difference between whether something, an idea, is aligned with who I am or not, whether it's like something I should move forward with or not. And that in itself has been probably one of the best things that I've experienced. Obviously, along with the health benefits of just not constantly being stressed. That's another thing, is like my body just feels so much looser, and I'm doing a lot more stretching and meditating, and I just don't feel the weight. I don't feel the heaviness that I was carrying around before. And so, with that said, what I was about to say in the beginning of this video, the reason why I'm doing this update now is because tonight I'm doing a follow-up ceremony. I know, whatever's on your mind, move it aside. I know what I'm doing, and typically when I go to Peru and trek into the Amazon jungle and I work with shamans, this is what I've done in the past. We would do 5 ayahuasca ceremonies within a span of 9 or 12 days. So spacing it out and the way the medicine works, it's okay. Like I know what I'm doing when it comes to when it's time to take mushrooms and when it's not time, right? When it's borderline abuse. And I'm definitely nowhere near there. Again, I'm not doing this recreationally. It is something that I've absolutely meditated on and tuned in and asked permission from the mushroom spirits, and it's something that I was given permission to do on the first round. I don't know if you watched my previous video where the mushroom spirits told me that it was okay. And if this is sounding kind of nuts to you, you gotta have had an experience of it to understand what I'm saying. But at face value, if you can just suspend your disbelief and just take me for my word that the mushroom spirits told me that it was okay to take them again if I needed some answers, or if I needed it, or if there was a part of me that was hard-headed and stubborn that needed some clearing up. And I was warned that it wasn't going to be pretty. If I'm, wanting to take it just for the feel good moments of it. It's because there's nothing about the mushroom experience, at least in my experience, that is all feel good. I seem to, whether it's mushrooms or ayahuasca, I seem to be taken in the beginning stages of it through darkness, facing shadows, and just doing a lot of internal work to get to the lightness and to the clarity. So I'm prepared for that. My question moving forward is that I want to know, and why I am taking mushrooms again today, tonight, as a follow up, is whether or not mushrooms are going to be part of my path. Meaning, for those of you who know me, you know I've worked as a coach for about around 15 years, and I've worked in many different niches. And recently, or lately, within the past like few months, I have fallen out of love of coaching and have taken a break and stepped aside from coaching, and instead focused my attention on my video editing agency that where we edit videos for YouTubers. And while that's on its own and is doing well and it's pretty much hands off, I'm able to now focus on what I want to do, what I truly want to do, what is truly meant for me. And the fact that the past week has been so smooth and it's just easy. I want to know whether or not I'm meant to work with mushrooms as a part of my way of serving others. I don't know how that's going to look. Obviously, there's legalities, and there's, mushrooms are not legal in many places, and I don't even know what it's going to look like. But I'm not worried about any of that because I don't even know the answer yet. I'll let you know in a follow-up video. But for now, I have a strong feeling that my path forward is a spiritual path forward. It's about strengthening my connection to myself, who I am, my core, constantly aligning myself to that core and to that spiritual self. And so I know my path is a spiritual path moving forward. And so whatever it is that I do, I have a very strong feeling that it's a spiritual movement forward. And so are mushrooms a part of it? What is it going to look like? Do I need to know what it looks like? Who is it that I'm meant to serve? All of the questions, again, that I've worked with in the past, I'm now applying to how I'm moving forward. I feel like my own personal crisis has been really I don't even feel like it's a crisis at all. And someone mentioned in one of the comments of my other videos, because I said, mushrooms cured me. They made a comment that, using the word cure, I forgot what it was, but the word cure is, we're never really cured of something, right? And I'm open to that. So I'm not considering myself cured. I'm considering myself extremely liberated. And that's an understatement for how I feel and how I've been feeling all week. So that's where I'm at. That's the update of this whole mushroom experience. And I'll update you again after, tonight's experience, to share my insights and what I've received from the experience. So thanks for watching. This is a different style that I'm doing. And if you want to know, by the way, if you're watching this, if you want to know where this entire journey started, this YouTube channel, you might want to watch this video right here, because you're going to see where I came from and how quickly I got to where I am right now. This is all exciting stuff. I'll talk to you later. Bye.